choose to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
Three.
We're on. This is Umar for IFL TV in Wrocław, Poland. It's very hot here. I'm joined by a member of Team Daniel Dubois. Honour to be joined with you, Mr. Ali Bashir. How are we, sir?
I'm fine. Everything's good.
Good. The first point I want to start with is your relationship or prior relationship with Oleksandr Usyk. Can you talk about that, please, Ali?
Well, Oleksandr Usyk said from his mouth that I'm the closest thing to a father that he's had outside of his father.
Wow, that is some relationship.
Yeah, it's a relationship. And it's not easily broken. You know, despite the stances that we are in now, it's not broken. We still have regard for each other.
Right. So, of course, as I said, you've joined Team Dubois. When did Don Charles or Daniel make an approach to yourself to join?
Well, from the very beginning, Don Charles felt that I had something to offer, and so he invited me into the training camp of Daniel Dubois.
Okay, good. Talk to me about Daniel Dubois, his biggest attributes. We know he's a massive puncher, a big unit, a physical specimen. Talk to me about Daniel.
Well, in my opinion, I mean, it's no secret. Daniel Dubois' biggest opportunity in this fight is two things: his youth and his uncanny punching power. He has to take advantage of those two things to get to the finish line. I don't think that we can win a decision here. I think we need to KO Oleksandr Usyk.
You've been around this sport for many years. You'd have seen the best of heavyweights, the biggest of punchers. How hard exactly does Daniel Dubois punch?
He has uncanny punching power, and that puts him in the ballpark. You know, that's what levels the playing field. I'd say that right now, realistically, that Daniel Dubois is a 60-40 chance of beating Oleksandr Usyk. You know, Usyk has to have the upper hand because he has vast experience. He's been the cruiserweight champion, undisputed cruiserweight champion, and now he's vying for the undisputed heavyweight championship. So you would have to make him somewhat the favorite in this fight.
Yeah, of course. We saw Oleksandr Usyk share 24 rounds with Anthony Joshua. I think it's fair to say Anthony Joshua maybe overthought that fight, was a bit cautious. What did you make of Joshua's approach?
I think that Joshua waited too long thinking. You can't outthink Oleksandr Usyk. It's not a wise move. You need to go in, and when the bell rings, you need to create havoc. You know, put pressure on him, try to cause him to make mistakes in his own approach.
We know Usyk's very gifted and mentally very strong. He's fighting not only for himself, but his country, Ukraine, who are going through a very tough period, obviously, at the moment. And in terms of Daniel's mental state, how is he at the moment? How do you think he'll handle the occasion tomorrow?
I think Daniel's going to handle the occasion good. I can read fighters, and Daniel does not display any kind of nervousness. He's comfortable, and he's ready to fight.
That's what we want, a fight.
He understands his position in this fight. He understands that he's not expected to win. He understands that he has to go out and make an impression on the people, on the masses. He understands that.
I know you did your camp in Granada in Spain in the mountains,
yes,
high altitude training.
Yes, it's very, very tough. Those first 7-8 days I was there, I was struggling to breathe. You know, it was really, really tough. But it was a good camp. Daniel put in excessive amount of rounds, and I think he's ready to go. I think that will aid him going down the stretch in the fight, if it goes down the stretch.
I was going to come on to that. If it does go down the stretch and he needs his endurance, his stamina, that high altitude training is going to pay off?
Yes, I think it'll pay off. But myself, I would have him to go out and try to make this a short fight.
What do you say to the people, especially we've got a lot of fans in the UK who are completely writing Daniel Dubois off against Oleksandr Usyk?
That's not a wise thing to do because Daniel Dubois is a professional fighter. You know, he has 18 knockouts in 20 fights. He's lost one, and he lost to Joe Joyce, another credible heavyweight fighter. And I think that he was doing a good job in the Joe Joyce fight.
Well, listen, everyone, from a UK perspective, we wish Daniel Dubois the best tomorrow night.
Course,
what did you make of him on the scales today? His shape, he looks lean.
He looks relaxed. Don Charles has him in a position where his body is relaxed. He's not tight muscled, you know, which can rob him of oxygen in the long run. But Don Charles got him in condition now where the muscles are relaxed, where he can punch without worrying about being exhausted.
Would you say you're the secret weapon?
I'd like to think that I am. You know, we'll see when they get in the ring. You know, on paper, I can be anything that they want me to be. But it all counts when the bell says go.
Well, listen, appreciate your time. We look forward to tomorrow night here in Poland. And
Hey. You know, Don Charles is the man.
Hey, it's Don.
Hey, Don Charles, you know. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. I'm thinking that Daniel Dubois is going to show up tomorrow night, and he's going to be doing an excellent job. But I want to drive back to the United States on a plane with my hat in my hands, grinning from ear to ear with the new heavyweight champion.
Well, as I said, from a British perspective, let's hope so. Appreciate your time, sir.
You got it.
And hopefully we'll catch up soon. Thank you, Ali Bashir.
Not a problem.
That'd be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,